building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, the number one talk show in anywhere for stretching, empowering, and inspiring, motivating, and getting people to build their dream, to see their dream, and helping leaders to excel in their leadership. Now, sisters and brothers, you have to see yourself successfully leading before you will ever see it. And that's Real Talk. I am Dr. Judy, the People Architect, and your Real Talk Judy host. And to all of you, I want to thank you again for always tuning in and coming back every Tuesday to be with me from 11:30 to 12:30. I want to thank you. I count it an honor and a privilege that you will show up every Tuesday with me. And I want to thank you for being here. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day here in Tallahassee, Florida. And I want to thank you. I don't know where you are, where you're tuning in from outside of Tallahassee, but I hope your weather is just as beautiful as ours and that you are enjoying a great day thus far. We're praying for those who are all out there in Oklahoma, Nebraska, and different places who are unfortunately dealing with some of the worst storms ever. To have a whole city demolished is unthinkable. But we thank God for us being here. I want to thank you for joining me via radio, Hallelujah 95.3 FM. I want to start right here and say this. Y'all go ahead and vote for us, okay? www.stella. Go ahead and vote for us now. I usually do it at the end of the show, and I am going to do it again at the end of the show. But y'all go ahead and vote for us. We made it to the second round. Go to www.thestellaAwards.com and just go in the small market radio station of the year. But this is what I say. We are small because we're in a small building, we're in a small station. But Dot D definitely have us doing some major things. We are a big radio station. We really are. We are taking over not just the city of Tallahassee, but this whole region. And if you're on the Hallelujah app, we're taking over Scotland, we're taking over Italy, we're taking over Jamaica and Bahamas. That's right. I have about 100 people who join me every Tuesday from the Bahamas, and we're taking it over. We ain't playing. Okay, so whether you're in that plane, whether you're cruising, put the app on and vote for us. All right, we deserve to bring that award home. We deserve it. So y'all go ahead and get it. Hey, Tanya, my sister, Miss Brenda, hello. And Minister Howard, thank you. And so those who are joining us, all of you all who are on here on Facebook, thank you. I want y'all to go ahead and share. Tag and share, email and share, call somebody right quickly, and do all of that while I'm saying hello to my mama, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley. Y'all know it. That's my baby there. And Lord will, I'll see her next week sometime. But I want to thank her for being on, my sisters and everybody. I want to thank y'all for praying. I want to thank y'all for praying for my mama, keeping her in your prayers as you do always. I want to thank God for my husband, Superintendent Dr. Gerald Mandrell, who allowed me to do this. Y'all, I tell you, God is doing some major things in our lives, some major things, and I am so thankful. I want to thank God again for Priscilla. She's home, and y'all know her mom scared her last week. She thought she had lost her mom, but her mom just took a little rest for a minute, and she bounced back, and she's doing so much better. But we want to thank you, Priscilla. She's my marketing director. Thank you for all you do. And again, I must say to the greatest audience ever, and that is the audience of Hallelujah 95.3 FM, especially on the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. But to all of y'all, thank you all so very much. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, many ideas grow better when transplanted into another mind than the one where they sprang. Say many ideas grow better when transplanted into another mind than the one where they sprang up. And today our discussion is the strength of collaboration. All of these topics that we've been discussing is part of our stretch leadership. And today we're developing and stretching the mind of leadership, but it is the strength of collaboration. And to help me navigate this show with real, with real and practical strategies and some things that they implemented, the collaboration that they implemented. I have two ladies here who are going to help us, and I'm sure that you're going to have to take some notes when they get started talking, because they have done a remarkable job over in Jefferson County. You're going to hear all about it. We're going to segue into that, but you're going to hear all about it. I have as my guests two beautiful, smart ladies, and they're going to talk about their collaboration team, but these are the leaders, and we have the director of the Community Partnership School of Jefferson K through 12, Dr. Lori Livingston. Welcome to the Real Talk with Judy show, Dr. Livingston.
Thank you so much for having us today. We are excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh man, y'all just wait till they get talking. I saw the newspaper article. I saw it on the news. I read it in the newspaper. And I was like, this is what we need. This is how we're going to help. And along with Dr. Livingston, we have Ms. Tosca Williams, and she is the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator at Jefferson K through 12. Ms. Williams, welcome to the Real Talk with Judy show.
Thank you, Ms. Judy. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, well, I'm so glad to have you all. It's an honor. And I know that our community is going to be blessed. I know that you are going to give some practical strategies and tell us how you all helped Naomi come as far as they did. Miss Williams, your daughter said, "Hey, mommy." Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Don't surprise me.
It's okay because if I ain't out of town somewhere and Doc D tell us we won and I go to the store, I'm gonna scream too. I'm gonna scream too with all my bling bling on. But but that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. She's trying to surprise me.
She surprised you. You surprised of your mommy, but. Ladies, again, it's an honor to have you here. A lot of our audience, some of our audience know you, and all your children are here. Donnell, that's your son?
That's my son.
He say, "Mommy, go." All right. But I love it. And then when they come on, they bring people to my show. So I want to thank you for being on. But would you introduce yourself? I want you to introduce yourself to the audience, because some people know you, some people do not. But I want them to hear a little bit about you, where you come from, what you're doing, and so forth and so on. And Ms. Williams, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay. Well, again, my name is Tosca Williams. I'm the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator at Jefferson K-12. I am a Jefferson County resident, but I was raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Really? I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Are you really?
Yeah. What school did you attend?
Nova.
Oh, I went to Nova for a little while, but I graduated from South Plantation.
Okay, I know South Plantation very well. You're one of our rivals.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was one of the ones who integrated South Plantation.
Same here for Nova.
Oh, you did?
School back in the 70s.
It's okay. You can tell it.
76. We were one of maybe the third class for integration. I think it started in 74 with the first class at Nova.
I went to middle school at Nova. I went to middle school at Nova because they thought I was too bright for public school, Parkway.
Yeah.
I was at Parkway, and they didn't want me to go to Parkway. The school board thought I was too smart for to hang out in the hood.
Oh,
but when I got to Nova, I think they wanted to send me back. I got to Nova, they wanted to send me. Who is this girl? But that's cool. Yeah.
My whole family. I have two brothers, or I had two brothers. One passed away. I have another brother. Barry White, and we all went to Nova. We all graduated from Nova. So my mother was a school teacher at Alex in Dania. You heard of Dania area, Alex?
My family, yeah, we from all down there, Fort Lauderdale, Hollandale, Dania. Yeah, my mom was 45 years over at the Fort Lauderdale Child Development Center. I was 6 Trump. Yeah, she ran that. You know that very well? Yeah, she ran there. But okay, y'all forgive us. We got off track. We got off track a little bit. You know, you get your homegirl there. Got off track. Go ahead and finish telling us about you.
Well, my family base is in Jefferson County, Monticello, Florida. So we were back and forth for every holiday, every end of year school out. Anything that came up, my mom was in the car and up and
I'm Monticello.
Yeah, my grandfather had a funeral home, Tillman's Funeral Home. I don't know if you heard of Tillman's.
In
Monticello.
Monticello.
That's where it originated.
Right.
Al Hall now is a proprietor here. Yeah, he took that over from my uncle William Tillman. My grandfather, William Tillman took it over from my grandfather, and then William Tillman, in collaboration with Al Hall. Now Al Hall's a private. He took it over from William. So again, small world. But that's my family. My family out of Tillman down in Jefferson County. So when I came back to retire about a couple of years ago, I thought I was going to rest in Woosah, but my brain had other visions as well as my mindset. I couldn't sit. I saw a need, and I responded. I met Dr. Lori here, and she told me about the things that she was doing and wanted to do at the school. So I'm on board. Let's go. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm all about giving. That's what my mom taught me about giving back. And that when, so again, I learned that the best way to feel good about yourself and to feel good about your community is to give back to that community. That's the best way that I know how to do that, So again, met Dr. Lori. We started working together at Jefferson, and we have a vision that we want to accomplish, and that's working together. That's what we're trying to do there.
Wow, you just unloaded so many powerful things. We're gonna come back to those. That is awesome. You talked to her. She had a vision. You saw a need. We had a vision. I love those words. I love those words. I love those. Amen. Welcome to the Real Talk with Judy. I'm excited. All right, Dr. Livingston, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. Moved around a lot as a child. Ended up graduating high school in Taylor County in Perry, right down the road. And grew up playing against Jefferson County and basketball and track. So they were a rival for us. So I was very familiar with the Tigers and small town communities, rural areas. And I'm glad to be back in another rural community to make a difference, to have an impact, because I can see myself in every student that walks the hallway, because I was that student at one point. But my professional career has basically been with at-risk youth in rural areas. So Jefferson is not the first community that I've worked in. I did most of my career in Gadsden County, and my background is in education administration as well as nonprofit management. And so this was a great fit when this opportunity came as a community partnership school in Jefferson County. I'm like, this is exactly where I need to be. And just God just ordered the steps, and almost 2 years now we've been at Jefferson K-12.
Wow, this is awesome. Dr. Lori received her, I think, is education strategic leadership.
My PhD in educational leadership.
Okay, so she had from where?
FAMU.
I just want
Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University on the highest of 7 hills here in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted you to tell where you got that PhD from. Just wanted you to kind of throw that in a little bit.
Yes.
But I am excited to have you all here. And as she stated, the rural area, which is a lot where our children, our families, our community are suffering because a lot of services are not put there for families. And so just to hear you all talk about that, and I said to Ms. Williams just now, hello, Cousin Lori.
It's the family chime in.
Minister Howard, Brenda Howard.
Hey,
Hello,
cousin.
cousin.
Hey, cousin.
Somebody say hello, Sister Judy, or something. You know, it is my show.
Gotta have it back.
Somebody tell me, hey, cousin, or hey, auntie, something. Hey, mama. You know, but one of the things that you said, Miss William, you retired, you saw a need. Then you came back, you heard her vision, but you ended by saying we, our vision. And so that takes us into collaboration. And I'm gonna skip a lot because you just brought that up. How important it is, because you all have, and we're gonna talk about that, but I'm trying to get them to lead us into collaboration a little bit. But you just made some very important points. How important it is. Let's talk about what is collaboration. Let's talk about that first. What is collaboration?
Well, for me, collaboration is working together to achieve a common goal. And understanding that you are one piece of the puzzle, but you need every other piece to have maximum impact. I can't do it alone, just like how the body works. If I'm a finger, I'm just one part of the hand, and one finger is not very useful without the full functioning of the hand. And the hand by itself without the body is not very useful either. And so just understanding what you bring to the overall effort and not feeling slighted, if you will, that you're not the answer to everything. But your contribution is so important, you know, not feeling intimidated or less than because your piece may not be the answer to all of it, but understanding that without your piece, you know, if you're missing, you impact the result, you know.
You want to add this, William?
I will, but get the sidebar.
Yeah.
My son, Donnell Williams, is graduating from TCC with a degree of respiratory therapy Thursday.
Wow, now you know when you do sidebars and you advertise, you know that's a $50.
Oh, I didn't know that advertising. I just wanted to say
So,
congratulations.
that was advertising. You can say what you want. That was
I'm
advertising.
sorry. I
No,
don't
that was-
use it.
I don't know. You can't take it back. That's $50. So Donnell, if you want your mama to get off my show, you better bring that $50 up here. No, congratulations, son. Congratulations is in order. That is awesome.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, that is awesome. We're proud of him too.
Thank
And
you.
Donnell, we are proud of you. Congratulations, sir. And we wish you all the best. And it sounds like you're going to get it anyway because you have a wonderful mother. I'm just not meaning your mother, but just to see the push and all of that. And she's willing to pay $50 just to take you.
I learned a lesson on that one, but
No, you ain't learn till you pay.
I got you.
When you pay, then you learn. But congratulations and thank you so very much. Congratulations, Donnell. Thank you, Ariel. She said, "Hey, Miss Judy, thank you." Go ahead, Miss Williams.
Okay. I concur with Dr. Lloyd's the definition of collaboration. I think is letting every person again play their part and understanding that there is no weak person. It takes that whole village and that whole team to make the end goal successful, right? And nobody's letting that person take the lead. If one person is good at one thing, let them do that thing. And then you do your thing, and together you'll end up making that goal, whatever you're reaching for, a success.
Yeah, and I love you because I think Dr. Lord started with saying that you got the same goal, but everybody's different, and you got to let everybody lead. Now you all doing this in a rural city, in a rural county. Was it hard to get the mindset of the people? I know that y'all brought people in from other, but we're gonna get into it because y'all had the parents, the students, and everybody in a part. Was it hard to get them to understand how important their role would be in this collaboration? Because I know it had to be a change because they were at F school.
Right.
And so it had to be a change. I'm thinking, I'm thinking in their mind thought to accomplish this great momentum what you all did. How hard was it to get them to buy into this collaboration?
Well, what you're speaking of is basically a culture change, a culture shift, and that doesn't take place fast. That's not a fast process.
Okay.
And so we are still in the midst of that transformation. And in order to do that, you must be consistent.
Okay.
You know, and you must be consistent over a period of time in order to gain the trust. And then once people trust you, then you have the buy-in, and then you have the ownership, and they feel like they're a part of the team at that point, and they want to be a part of the collaborative efforts, and they see what value they bring to the table. But like I said, it's over a period of time. You can't expect to change the hearts and minds of people overnight without showing some type of action to get their trust. And so I do believe that things are a lot different from when we first stepped on campus, but we still have a ways to go to really see lasting change. And I'm hopeful. I'm excited because, like, even though we're not where we want to be, we're a lot further than where we were. You know.
I concur. I see it every day. When I first arrived on campus, the community was a little standoffish, the students, the parents, but I see every day that they're seeing that vision and they're buying in, right? They see that we're there for the long haul and we're not going anywhere. They're knocking on my door. They're answering questions. They're asking questions. The parents, I had parents calling me this morning at 7:30 asking me, you know, where can they volunteer? I really did. And, you know, and they were telling me about their needs and their stories. And listening to their needs and their stories make them want to be a part of what we're doing.
And Dr. Judy, if you don't mind, I would like to just touch on the model of the community partnership schools. The community partnership school model is built on a 25-year MOU with core partners.
Okay.
And so the
Some
model
of people
itself.
might not know what MOU
Yes.
is.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I know what I know.
So an MOU is basically a contract saying that I commit to partner with you and I commit to do these particular things in this partnership. And so we have a memorandum of understanding with our core partners who are, now can I list our core partners?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know.
Do the show.
It's already got
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna go down there, but I mean, but yeah, just that flow. And I want you all to listen to this because they are making some very valuable points here. So Dr. Lori started with the culture shift, the consistency. Ms. Williams listed now the parents are coming in. They were a little standoffish, but they saw the consistency. You said it's almost 2 years.
Yes.
And so it's not going to happen overnight, but collaboration must be consistent.
Yes.
The collaboration must be consistent.
Absolutely.
And they must see that you are serious about it. And then some words that I love to use, and that's the buy-in and how are they going to benefit, right?
Yeah.
And so they got all of this, but they got in some partnership that is, go ahead, Dr. Lord.
Yes.
Partnership.
So what makes community partnership schools so effective is that we have a long-term commitment to change. And so when you have partners willing to sign a 25-year commitment that we are invested in this community for the long haul, not just, you know, a 2-year grant and then we'll see what happens when we run out of money, but they have committed their time, treasures, and talents to impact Jefferson County. And community partnership schools are built on partnerships between an institution of higher education, which for us, we are blessed to have 3. We only have to have 1, but we have 3. North Florida College in Madison, Florida State University, and FAMU. And we're blessed to have 3 higher education schools. We also have a partnership with a nonprofit, which is Children's Home Society here in Tallahassee, and Children's Home Society employs us. Okay. We are employed by the nonprofit, and that is the model of community partnership schools. We have a partnership with the local school district, which is Jefferson County Schools, and we have a partnership with a community health agency, some type of health provider. Okay. And so our wellness partner is the Department of Health in Jefferson County. So as you can see, each of these partners bring something unique to the table, where we can basically provide services and resources to the whole child and the whole community. So we're not just focusing on education. We're focusing on, are the kids coming to school hungry? What else do they need? Do they need more exposure? Do they need clothing? Do they need exposure to campuses of higher education? Let's take them on a college tour. Do they need cultural experiences? Let's do some etiquette classes. Do they need education? We did a first-time homebuyers workshop with the parents.
Okay.
We did a budgeting workshop with the parents. Whatever that need is, because of the unique design of community partnership schools, we're able to meet that need, which is so transformational when you're talking about wraparound services. There are not many other programs that are able to really provide services to a variety of areas. Some of them are more social services focused, some are more education focused, but we're able to do it all, so to speak, with the help of our core partners. So we don't have to feel like we have to provide all of those services ourselves. Sometimes we can just find a provider, say, we're not the subject matter expert in budgeting, but we can call this bank, this local bank, we can call this college, we can call the food bank to provide food, so it's just the resources are unlimited when you collaborate.
Wow. That and I didn't know that Madison had a college over there.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I didn't know that. And I saw that earlier. I'm like, what? And you mentioned too that collaboration allows so many things to happen.
Yes.
And as you was talking, you mentioned about the variety. I thought about collaboration is good when you have so many different unique parts, and you all was intentional about this. So I think that is awesome.
Yes.
I think that is awesome, because I am a believer. Sometimes we can focus more on one area, and then we're leaving out everything else. But you all are a wraparound, and I love. And you all got to if you can understand the power of this collaboration, you can make things so much better, so much easier for yourself, because we got to have collaboration.
Yes.
Right? If we're going to be successful in our community, if we're going to put all these programs together and all of this, but you have to not feel intimidated by what the others can do.
That's right.
Exactly. There is no one leader. It's just we're all working together for a common goal.
Yes.
These children that are coming in saying, "Hey, I have a need," and we're like, "How can we help?"
And I like that you said there isn't just one leader. And community partnership schools are built on 4 pillars. And those pillars are, number 1, collaborative leadership. That is in our foundational principles, collaborative leadership. The second pillar is family and community engagement. The third pillar is expanded learning. And the fourth pillar is wellness. And so for collaborative leadership, that's what I directly oversee as a director of the community partnership school. And that is a shared governance model to where I'm not making all of the decisions. I am collaborating with all of the key stakeholders, all of the partners, and we make these decisions together.
Wow. It has to be remarkable, Dr. Lori, because a lot of the time you find that as a problem. I've seen that as a problem because people want to make sure that they get all of the credit.
Exactly.
And I'm listening to you. I'm listening to the both of you right here. And this is what collaboration look like. This is what a collaborative leadership look like. This is what partnership look like. This is because you can't worry about who's going to get the credit.
Exactly.
Yeah. You get a trophy. One person might get it, but everybody get it, and most people call their team up there with them.
That's right.
And so, listening to you, I'm because we're going to get into it. Because I want to know, because you all went from an F to a C in 1 year. You skipped the D.
We skipped it.
You're supposed to do FDC, not FC. But yeah, that's what they say, FDC. But you all went from an F to a C, and just listening to you all, listening to your mindset, listening to you. And we're going to get into your why, what. And Dr. Lori, you had mentioned earlier, I am one of these kids. That's me. And just listening at y'all, see the excitement you have for your son. graduating, I can just feel that that's what you all give to these children, to these families.
Yes.
And that is important. So how important it is that we get partners who are how do you get the partners to buy in? So you got FSU, FAMU, Chicken Home Society, the North Florida Madison College. I know I said it wrong, but North Florida
College.
North Florida College. Got all of these people buying in, the health department, the school board.
Yes.
So how did you all get everybody to buy in and submit themselves to one another? That's a good word, because collaboration is about submitting.
It is. And
Wow.
it is remarkable that these partners have committed to something so large, such a huge undertaking. When I say that FAMU, FSU, NFC, they are our partners, I'm not talking about, lower level, mid-level employees. We have the dean of the College of Education. We have the president of North Florida College. We have one of the provosts. These are key decision makers who sit on our board, and they're the ones that are collaborating. And so what makes it desirable, so to speak, for them to be willing to offer such a huge commitment? It's beneficial not just for us, but it's beneficial for them as well. And so most organizations, they have some type of community outreach arm or some type of initiative where they want to give back into the community, maybe even do some research. But they also have an opportunity for their students to get internships out there, to do some of their practicum hours. Let's say they have the School of Social Work, and some of the recent graduates or some of the current students might need to come out and do some hours or do some research. It's a great opportunity for that.
Yes.
And if you think about the variety of different colleges and departments on campus, you can pretty much find something, a fit for every area, like even marketing, journalism, medicine. It doesn't matter what it is. There's something that they can offer and benefit from, because they're looking for, opportunities to give their students real life experience on the ground and in the field. And of course, it's beneficial to us. So it's a win-win, and it's just, they were willing to allow their key decision makers to be a part of our board. And it's just like, we like to say we have a culture of yes within Children's Home Society, and those leaders actually adopted that same culture of yes. If we have a need in Jefferson County and we say, hey, we want to offer this to our students, we don't look at the obstacle, we look at how we can make it happen.
And would you say they come by the collaboration? Because I know with collaboration, you sit together, so you got all these different perspectives, these different ideas. You all get to think more, you get to bring out more.
What's impressive to me is they actually show up. All of the parties that they listen, they're there.
Yes.
And they're on a Teams call, a Zoom meeting, or they in person.
Yes.
They're around the table making key decisions. So I love that part. Because a lot of times, they're ghosted, and you don't really see those because they're at such a high level. Right? No, not these. They're there. We had
I love that.
Event the other day, and I met even more that I don't only see on Zoom, but they were physically present there at the event, supporting us.
Right.
So I love that about the partners that we have.
And it makes a difference. Danielle said he needs some hours. And Danielle, they can't use it in Jefferson County. I can use it right here in Tallahassee with Dream Builders Family Affairs. I sure can, Danielle. I got you, bro. I got you. But and it makes it different, I'm sure, with you all when partners really follow through. Now let me ask you, did you say that this was for 25 years?
Yes, ma'am. A 25-year MOU. And the key thing about that, this model is not person dependent. It's not about Lori.
I love
It's not
that.
about Tasca. It's not about any individual. But these MOUs are signed with the organizations, regardless of who that person is employed at the time. nothing's going to stop if I leave or somebody else leaves. It's going to continue to happen because of how the model is designed to not be person dependent.
I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that. So that's almost not almost, that's guaranteed.
Yes.
That's guaranteed that in NFC, FAMU, FSU, Children's Home Society,
Yes.
their health department, the
Yes.
school board, 25 years, this program, they're going to provide the services to the citizen
Yes.
of Jefferson County.
Yes. Yes. And it is the services that we provide. We have a clothing closet, we have a food pantry, we have 4 different areas of wellness supports that include physical care, physical health, primary care, mental and behavioral health, dental and vision. And we have expanded learning opportunities that don't have to be academic. It can be a karate club. It can be, a robotics club. It can be anything that enriches the life of a student. And one example, 2 of our student leaders participated in the Senate Page program during the last legislative session, where they stayed on the Hill for a whole week and got that experience working in the Capitol. But in addition to that experience, they developed relationships. And that social capital, being able to network with, people outside of maybe your income bracket or your socioeconomic needs, that provides opportunities and more than, money can buy. And so we're grateful to be able to offer those opportunities. And the services that we provide are not just for our students. Anybody in Jefferson who needs to come and get some groceries or needs to shop in our clothing closet, they're welcome to come.
So because you're over the family and community outreach, right? So the families, I know you said that come in and ask you the way can they volunteer. How, give me some practical ways that you have not gotten these families to believe in this Tosca. That's number one. Did anybody say, how you pronounce your name?
Yes, ma'am.
How you say that? Two score?
Well, I'm used to that over the years, right?
So how did you build that bridge between you and the families now? Because here you are coming into Jefferson County. Coming into Jefferson County, even though you raised there, you left and you went to Fort Lauderdale, and here you come back to help us. How are they believing in you? What did you do?
I think for me, I feel that I'm showing up for them, right? And I'm not letting them down. I'm not dropping that ball. When they ask, I go out of my way to deliver. And then now they say, okay, well, she's for real. We're buying into what she's saying. And then they're testing me now. Don't think that they don't test me, right? But I make sure that I just follow through and just keep coming at them, even though they don't want me to come at them in some instances. It's like I call and check, and they're supposed to come and show up for an event or to pick up something for the children, right? If they don't show up, like, what happened? Where are you? I'm here waiting for you. Do you need me to bring it to you? And I get in my car and I drive it and bring it to them. And then I'm saying, hey, I'm Tosca. If you need anything else, make sure to just call me. Here's my phone number. Here's my card. Right? So, and you have to do that one family at a time.
One family at a time. One family at a time.
And then the students start coming. Hey, my mom told me to come. She said you had XYZ. She can't get home late. Can I get a package? Can I get some food? Yeah, let's go down to the student food pantry and grab something. And that happens from time to time.
Wow.
Same thing with clothing. And then they'll tell, hey, it's the one I had today, this morning as an example. She called and she needed food for her children. And she said, my kids told me that you were there and that y'all had some food, right? I said, well, yeah, we got food. What do you need? Well, I can't get there today, but my kids, I need some food. I have a part-time job. We're not making a lot of money. She would tell me her story, right? And I said, okay, when you get off today, give me a call. And if I have to bring it out there to y'all, bring it to y'all. Let me know what you need. Just give me a call. And she said, I'll be there first thing in the morning. Can I help with something? But I have to be to work at 2. But can I help with something? So that told me that she bought in to just by me saying, opening up and saying, I got you. You know what I mean?
And to speak on what Tosca is saying, some of the parents who come and get things out of the clothing closet or the food pantry, they become the volunteers. they become the volunteers that help run the food pantry and the clothing closet, because it just sparks something in them to give back. And so it's just amazing, the overwhelming response of volunteers from the community as well as from the parents, because they're like, oh, wow, these people do really care. And when Tosca says she's there and she shows up, Tosca is not your typical employee, you know, and I don't take that for granted. Tosca is a gift.
Yes.
And
she sounds like it.
she's truly a gift. And most employees who are hourly, they're going to remind you that I clock out at 5. Tosca does not do that. Tosca works until the job is done. And it's just unmatched, really. And we're blessed to have her.
And I'm sure I see my sister Carolyn on here and my son Mario, and we talked about that consistency is the key. I think that you have proven that you will show up for them, because what you're saying, you're calling them, you go out there, you talk to the children, and they see that you're doing, and that's a lot of times, what is the thing people don't care? What is how much you know?
Until they know how much you care. I love that quote.
And I think what you all are doing in Jefferson County is showing the people that you care. You're showing, and not just for your children, for their education, but holistically.
Yes.
Because you all got a food pantry, clothes pantry, all of those things that you have brought here for the community.
Yes.
And it said community partnership schools, but if the children, and I think you said this, if they're coming in, I think you called it handling adult situation issues.
That's right.
Like poverty and homelessness, they're not going to be able to focus in school.
That's right. And when you were talking about how we were able to go from an F to a C within 1 year, that's it. Our whole goal as a community partnership school and our team is to remove barriers to education. Remove those barriers so the teachers can teach, so the administrators can lead and make decisions, and the students can learn because they're not hungry. They don't have a toothache because we took them to the dentist last week. You know, all of those needs are taken care of, and so the school can operate, you know, at full capacity and ideal function because we've removed all of those other barriers. And that's how it happened, through a great team of teachers, bright students, wonderful parents, great leadership, and the principal Jackie Pons, great leadership from our district administrator, our superintendent Edie Tricay. We just have a group of great leaders and committed teachers and bright students, and we're just here to remove any barrier so they can do what they're there to do.
What do you think helped contribute to the ELF? Because I know that you all saw the need, and then you all. But what do you think? And I'm just wanting to do that simply because a lot of time we can't get to the C because we're not really paying attention to what's happening at the ELF.
Absolutely.
So what do you think contributed to the ELF?
Well, there are a lot of factors. First, you've already mentioned it's a rural area, and anytime you have a rural area, you usually have limited resources. You have issues with transportation. You have limited availability of jobs or gainful employment. You know, it's also an area of high poverty, and there are a lot of other socioeconomic woes associated with poverty, like health illnesses and criminal behaviors, and it's almost like the perfect storm.
Okay.
And so when you're battling all of those things that are against you, how can you learn? How can you come to school equipped to learn? How can I be an involved parent when I'm trying to make ends meet by working 2 jobs? How can I, do all of these things that are expected of me when I didn't even get my high school diploma? Or, and so when even the healthcare system, there aren't a lot of options for quality healthcare in the county. There are not a lot of options for healthy food. There's one grocery store. It's just so much. It's so much when you're dealing with a rural area, but it has nothing to do with the ability of the student. Nothing at all. And so our job is to remove some of those barriers, to provide more exposure than, you know, a student in a rural area would normally be exposed to. And, you know, just kind of encourage them to dream. Make them feel like they're not imposters. It's okay to dream. You know, you can do it.
Yes.
You know, and hold their hand and walk them through. And the beautiful thing about our situation, we are a K-3 through 12. And we are the only public school in the whole county. So when you think about impact, we are able to touch the lives of every public school student in the entire county. When you're thinking about consistency from elementary to middle to high, sometimes you look at programs, you know, a lot of elementary schools have a lot of great wraparound services, but then they transfer to another middle school, and then a lot of that continuity is lost. But we are pre-K through 12. And it's just amazing what we're able to do because of our partners and because we have the student from cradle to graduation.
Yeah. And then they have people who really believe in, I mean, just listening to you all, it's like I'm sitting here, like you said, they can dream.
Mm-hmm.
And my imagination is always huge. My imagination is huge. And I can see y'all building this world-class school over there.
Absolutely.
And you all already probably see it. I know Jackie Pond has gone over there, and everybody's raving about what he's done. Yes. And now here you all, these children can't help but to feel like they got a future. Yes. And that you all are having these parents, and they coming back to volunteer. Right. Now, so listening to you all show that you got all of those things that probably still there, but then the Lord allowed, and I believe God sent y'all. I believe He sent y'all there. I really do. Sent y'all over to Jefferson County. And so y'all become like the wizard on the Wizard of Oz, who's now helping them to see hope. What challenges, or was it fearful for you all, or when you walk, because you're walking into this place now, and you're coming in. And so, tell me about that. Tell me about that.
I mean, it's definitely not for everyone everybody is not called to this.
Yes. No.
You know, and I am confident in what God has placed inside of me. You know, I know we're not going that direction, but it's just, I know He ordered my steps to be where I am. And I am, as long as He has me there, I'm going to put everything that's in me into this work that I'm doing, as long as He has me there. So I was not naive to what I was walking into. You know, I knew it was going to be challenging. I knew we had so much stacked against us. I mean, even with finding and keeping great employees, it's hard when you're in a rural area. You know, I drive from Gaston County every day to Jefferson. So I have 1 hour commute to get there, 1 hour commute back home, but I'm invested, you know, because I know there's a need and what's inside of me is needed there, you know, and so it's an honor to serve.
Okay, now let me and I'm Ms. Williams, I know you. All right, y'all. Ms. Williams did owe me $50. Right? She owed me $50 because she got to advertise for her son on my show. Well, now I got to add $75 to the $50, so she owed me that $125. Because your phone going off on my show.
I turned off my
and I said, turn your phone off. And then it's an alarm, but she just like those, y'all ever seen them old women in church and their phone go off and they can't find it and they're digging down in their purse and you like, man, turn the phone and their phone just ringing. That's what Miss Williams just did. Her phone just ringing and she's digging in her purse just like she doing. Donnell, your mama is digging in her purse on the show. Like them old women in church.
I turned it off.
Turn the volume off.
Turn the volume on, you turn the phone off.
Lord have mercy. But the thing about it, you just said it's not for everybody. This work is not for everybody.
Right.
But you got to see. You say you're invested in this.
Mhm.
You know, you got to give your heart to this. It takes a lot to do this, but your why
Yes.
keep you going. You say you knew the challenges,
Mhm.
you knew what was gonna be, but you were willing, what I call, to go inside that burning building and save the children and their families.
For me personally, it was a calling, and also my mother was a family graduate, but she always had that opening. She was a community person, right? And her house was called a house of hope when we was growing up. So any kid who needed a place to go and hang out and stay and have a problem at home, they came to our house. She just took them and she called it a house of hope. So I grew up in that environment of giving back and helping. So when I came back and saw the need, it was kind of natural for me, okay? To open up my heart and my hands, and sometimes in my house, sometimes I have kids over just to help out if they So the community is there. I know a lot of them in the community, so I'm welcome. And one of the things that I can say is that I'm not in the educational system. I come from that background. I came from corporate America, and when I first walked to the school doors, one of the things that was enlightening for me was the little kids, the pre-K kindergarten kids. When they walk up to you, you go into that school, they hug you. They're glad to see you. They embrace you, right? And they don't even know you. They have this mindset of delight to see when you come in. And I want you to have that throughout the career of that child. Okay, I want to find out. Okay, well, what happens when they get to middle school? I want to keep that delight and that happiness going from kindergarten all the way to graduation. And how can I help? How can I help induce that? How can I help make that happen? I want to keep that delight going.
And that sounds like, and that's
If
what
that makes sense.
Yeah. That make a lot of sense. Dream building, family fact. When I grew up, just like that, I've always thought that I always thought that I was going to save the world, right? Because I grew up thinking that my mom and dad saving the world. They were always bringing people to our house and helping and doing this and doing that. And I felt like, and I still feel like that. But I learned that now it's more one family at a time and doing it that way. But also let the pleasure, because I heard both of y'all say this, of watching these kids now go from kindergarten all the way to graduation. That is building and changing a culture, would you say?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. This has the potential
Wow.
to change
Wow.
families for generations to come. Like the whole trajectory of a child's future. Because now they're going to be the parent and the grandparent. And they can be the first generation high school graduate, the first generation college graduate. And then what about their kids? How much greater will their children do? And so it's amazing of the potential that we have. And again, we're the only K-12 with a community partnership school in the entire state. I'm sure we're one of the few in the country. I'm not sure how many there are in the country.
Because I hadn't heard, until I started when I heard you all on the news, and then I read the article, and I was trying to look, but this school system, model,
yes,
really sound like it could help.
Oh, absolutely.
In a whole lot of areas, because even here in Tallahassee, with a lot of our Title I schools and all of this, I'm just thinking this. It just sounds like an answer to so much of our problems.
It is. Sable Palm Elementary, they're a community partnership school. So those are the two in this area. We do have others across the state, close to 40 across the state. And so it is a rapidly growing model because it has shown the impact. There's research that has shown attendance increases, absenteeism goes down, teacher retention goes up, test scores and academic achievement go up, behavior issues and referrals go down. There's so much research associated with community partnerships.
You all are building a community within your school.
Yes. Teacher turnover goes down. Like it's just so much that the impacts are far reaching. It's not just, okay, the kids aren't hungry anymore. It's so much more.
So much more. And you all help, and I heard earlier about the parents, y'all help them like if they don't have a GED or any of that, y'all just help with
any service that they need, or we just want to know how we can help. And if it becomes GED or even college, how can we help? We're always talking and trying to make it better, not only that student, but the family and parents and the community and whole. But we do have parents that come in there. I've had them say, well, I can't help my child with his homework because I don't know. And I said, well, let's get him some tutoring, and then you can come in and tutor as well. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they're open and willing, and it's one parent at a time, one family at a time. They're open to the ideas, and the vision that we have. We definitely have it there for them. We have answers.
What's your why? What's your why, Miss Tosca?
Why?
Your why? Why?
If I have to be honest, my why is my mom. My mom was my hero. I want to follow in her footsteps. I want to make her proud. And giving back was her spiel. That's what she did. That's what she was as a whole. And I want to be just like her.
You remind me of me because a lot of them. Who's your hero? My mom. My mom. Who did this? My mom. And who did that? My mom. And we kind of like water boy, huh? My mama said. But that's good because I believe that our why and what keep us going, even in those times when you have to face the challenges and you have to cry and hit yourself on the head. I think that why keep us going. Dr. Lori, what do you think? What's your why? And I love when you said I keep going back to it because you stated, I'm going to find it, about you're one of them. You've been there. You're able to. It's just so much you said. Our whys may be different. But we all have a shared passion to impact the student. Each of us have our why. I can relate to them. I am them.
Yes, absolutely. So my why, I truly believe and live by the conviction that my life is not my own. And that is what guides me. That is what fuels me in everything that I do. And I know that there are certain gifts that have been placed inside of me, leadership, administration, and I know that it's not in me just to sit on. And so as long as I have breath and the ability, I commit to using those gifts to benefit someone else. And I didn't really go deep into my story and my testimony and my life, but like my husband and I, we adopted a family. We adopted a sibling group of teenagers when I was only 24. I got married at 19, and we've been married for 21 years. And at 24, already having 5 biological children, we adopted 4 more. And that made us have 9 children. And so that just gives you an idea of how my mindset. If I feel like I'm being led to do something, I'm gonna do it selflessly. Because it's not about me. To whom much is given, much is required. And I just want to live a life of service. And everything that's been placed in me, I want to use it to better an organization, a person, whatever it is. Where I just want to do good.
Man, I love that. I love that, and I can feel your heart, your compassion, your passion, and everything. I know you had all them children already.
Well, I'm an empty nester now, believe it or not. My youngest is in college,
She's
My youngest is a boy.
oh boy.
He's in college. Well, we have 4 in college right now. Yeah, and the rest are adults. Our oldest is 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our youngest
I know
is 18.
you.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So now I have even more time on my hands.
She's trying to start her own school.
Right. So it's just, I just really believe my life doesn't belong to me. And so if wherever I'm led, I'm gonna do it. And I can sit home and be selfish and just be all about me, but that's not what I'm called to.
No, that wouldn't even
That's
work.
not what I'm called to.
You're gonna shut up the house. You're gonna
Yeah.
tell the lives of the no, get her out of here. But I want to thank both of you all for being on the show today. Just in about 1 minute or so, Ms. Williams, just give the audience your heartfelt on service and really giving to others because you do it. And as Dr. Livingston said, I mean, you're gonna stay there beyond. You're gonna stay there till the job is done.
Yes.
And so I know you inherited that from your mom, and I know that. So just talk about from your heart to the audience about the heart of service and collaboration. How important it is for them to even find their niche in collaboration.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, it's about finding what you're good at and working towards. If you're about services, like I am, I'm there to give back. I came off my couch, eating bars for 2 years, and to come back and give back. And I knew that was my calling all along. But then I had to say, okay, then what is my niche? What am I good at? How can I help? Okay, as a part and be a part of a collaborative team. And it took me saying, okay, well, I'm good at service. I'm good at customers. I'm good at people. I'm good at inspiration. I'm good at following through on a vision. And I had to sit down and think about all of that. And that's something that our audience can do as well. Think about what you're good at and find a place or a service to give that back to. There's so many different organizations that are out there who are in need of help. There's so many people, families, or like I say, organizations, businesses, whatever it is that you think that you're good at, you can help to give back because we need that here in society. We have so many people who are about me. It's not about you. Let me tell you, it's not about
It's
you.
not about you.
It's not independently. You need that whole. You need that village to feel whole, and then helping to give back to others is going to help them feel whole as well. So the need is there. If you have it in your heart, get off that couch. Trust me, get off that couch. You won't regret it.
Wow. Dr. Livingston?
Yes. So there was an old ancient African proverb that has stuck with me since I heard it. It says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that just stuck with me because you can get into your own mindset about me, and on this fast track to accomplish your own personal dreams and desires. But what really is that benefiting? And so community, everything we do in life is about relationships.
Right.
Everything. And so I feel like find what you are passionate about, find what you believe in. What do you believe at your core? And once you can connect yourself with something that you truly are in alignment with, give it your all. Don't sit on your gifts and talents. Don't sit on them because they're in you for a reason. It can be the gift of cleaning, serving. It can be, artistry. It can be whatever it is. Don't sit on it. Find a way to use that for the greater good. And it doesn't have to be a job that you're getting paid for. It can be like volunteering. It can be, just find a way to give back what's in you because it's there for a reason.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in to me today on the strength of collaboration with Dr. Lori Livingston, and Ms. Tosca Williams over from the Community Partnership School from Jefferson K through 12. Yeah, this has been a remarkable show. I want to thank both of you all so very much for all of the input, for what you've done. You all could go and read their story. They took that school and made it a C school, and it was all of the partnership. They gave us so many strategic points today, and we are excited about it, and we're going to see things change because we're going to get involved. We're not going to be, we're just not going to hold on to the gift that we have. God didn't gift us just to stay on the couch and eat bum. He wants us to see the need, which is very prevalent, and then he wants us to go and fulfill it. Again, thank you all so very much for being on the Real Talk with Judy show. This was absolutely phenomenal. Listen, y'all. Don't forget to vote, okay? It is imperative that you go vote. Today, Tuesday, April the 30th, is the last day to vote for us. That's Hallelujah 95.3 FM. So we made it to the second round on the Stellar Awards. And so we want to bring the award home and put it up on our wall when you walk in our door. We have some other awards up there, but we want to bring that Stellar Award and put it on right there on our wall so you can see it. And you know I'm going to take a picture. I am. And I am going to post it. But go to www.thestellarawards.com and vote for us, okay? Vote for us. Hallelujah 95.3 FM for Small Market Radio Station of the Year, okay? So go do that. Today is the last day. www.thestellarawards.com. And then join me tonight at 7:30. Join me tonight. I am teaching Bible study tonight. And I want y'all to join me. If y'all not having Bible study at your church, you're not busy, come on and let's have, we're going to have a good dialogue. I'm going to teach this tonight, Christian attitudes. Yes. I'm going to talk about the attitudes of the Christians. And we're going to talk about that. What do you do when you get really mad and you want to cuss them out? Oh, you say you move. What we do? You woosah. Or woosah. So come learn how to woosah tonight, okay? Then join us again Sunday at 11 a.m. for our Sunday morning worship service in person, if you would, or you could join us online. But come and join us on person. Come be my guest and then make sure you see me after church on Sunday. Well, this has been a good day. This has been a very great show. And again, Dr. Livingston, Ms. Tosca Williams, thank you all so very much. And may God continue to bless you on that community collaborative partnership. I just messed it up. Community partnership school, K through 12. I'm so into this collaboration. Yes. But you all go and make it happen. Do well. I'm gonna have to ride over there and take a peek at what you all doing. But it seems like it's gonna be. I can just see, so it's great. You all done a great job. And to all of the audience, thank you again so very much for being on. We greatly appreciate you. Minister Howard, Pastor Leon, Carolyn, Deacon Smith, everybody, Miss Howard, y'all, just thank you. Deacon Smith, Morgan Smith said, amazing work, ladies. To everybody, Jackie, Ariel, Minister Tammy, Lockett, just everybody. I thank y'all so very much. Well, tell you what, the Lord willing, the land is coming. I'll see y'all again next Tuesday at 11:30. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.